at week 2, you will see PowerPoint, where you have all your data files. So if you click on PowerPoint, you will see the lab file size. Let me repeat one more time. So first, I'm in a Google class, and then I'll go with the data analysis with Excel. Data analysis with Excel. Once you click on it, you have multiple tabs. You click on classwork. Click on classwork. And when you click on classwork, you will be able to see the PowerPoint like this. Give me a thumbs up if you're able to see PowerPoint like this. Under week 2 section, you will see PowerPoint. People online, in case if you don't have it, I'll give you in a chat so that way you have access. But what I normally do, I give you theory content here. So this is the theory content which we will be using, and these are labs. It's extremely important that you have a lab file, because then you will see and you will enjoy the lab. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to enter the data, and I don't want to waste time in entering data. I want to make sure I maximize the time by learning. Same concept. After tonight class, you will have a homework. Same concept. In a homework, around 9 o'clock, you will receive the email, 9 o'clock. And if you click on that, you will have multiple things. First, you will have video to watch. This video is my last class. And then there's a homework. This homework is actually college homework. Data analytics. In college, whatever they're teaching, the same homework you are going to learn. And then you have data file. So this is the data file. And then you have to perform the lab according to the instruction. So I'll explain how it works. But if you understand my today's content, then you will not have a problem to perform this exercise. This one is a data file, and this one is the instructions, how to perform the steps. When you perform the steps, you're going to learn how this formula works. So again, homework will have two things, data file and the instruction. If you're confused, there's a video. This video will help you how to work. Sounds good? After a few days, I'll give you a solution. So you will get a solution also. So you can compare your work with the solution. But I'm not going to give you a solution right away. Why? Because I want you to try. And when you feel like, hey, I need to double check my answer, then there is a solution will come to your way. Sounds good? At this moment, in case if you have a Google Class access, I would highly recommend that you click here in WhatsApp and you can join to the WhatsApp group. Because if you have WhatsApp group, the benefit of WhatsApp group, we do post a lot of information. Example, we have events. Example, we have some kind of solutions related questions. We put all the information here. So example, if some student has a problem, he or she can write here and we provide the answer also. So having a WhatsApp group, you are now connected with 70 plus members. Trust me, this is very useful, I would say, resource, because let's say you're working and you feel like I'm not very clear about how to address this. If no one answers, I'll answer that. So having a WhatsApp group is a plus point. At this moment, any questions, concerns, doubt? Everyone is good? Okay.
Are we going to see the, yes, Professor, are we going to see the homework link later after classes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, you will get the homework. Okay, it's a schedule. So 9 o'clock, we all will see. And before I complete my class, I'll walk you through. Homework is a little harder because you're having 7 days. Yes or no? So I'm pretty positive you will be able to do, but it's not like a 1 minute homework. It may take maybe 2 to 4 hours minimum. Sometimes it may take 2 to 3 days, depending on how you are performing. But it is a good exercise. I'm not going to waste your time. Trust me, this is the people who are going for data analytics. This kind of useful exercise. Once you know it, lifetime you know it. Sounds good? So let me begin with our today's topic. So first thing first, I'm going to start the PowerPoint. Just want to walk you through and we'll do practical exercise also. If you can open this file, the first file, lab file, And when you click it, I'll show you. We put a link in the chat. So people on the phone, I'm going to put a link in the chat in case if you don't have Google Class access. You can click on the first link. So when you click on the link, it will open like this. It will open in a form of Excel file like this. So far so good. And if you see on the right side somewhere, you will have a download arrow. Click on the download arrow and download that file. It's important that you download, because if you download, then we will use this file in Microsoft Excel. Otherwise, it is opening in a browser. If you open in the browser, we will not be able to do that. So we want to make sure we download in our local machine and then we use it. So now, if I click here, right? And if I click here, it will download for me. Give me thumbs up if you are able to download as well. Or if you have a question, please ask. Good, good. Good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This file is very simple. This is like the way I teach here. Please understand. First exercise is a warm-up exercise. Then harder exercise. And then very hard exercise. So we are going to do like ramp up like this. So one warm-up exercise, which most likely will take around break time. After break, we will do another exercise and then you will have homework. So this kind of step by step, we are increasing our competency. So I downloaded the practice.this file. Now I don't need this thing. I'll go to my download folder. So go to download folder. In your download folder, you will see that file. The only thing you need to do is go to your download folder and then double click on that file. So you can open that file. So if you can double click on it, it will open that file. And that should open in everyone's machine. In case if it says, hey, it's a protected view, just enable. So you can edit that file basically. And now my file is open. Let me know if your file is open as well. Good. Perfect. Good. Good. Awesome. Now please understand, in this file you have arrows here. These arrows will take you to the different tabs. So right now there are only 2 tabs you are able to see. Click on this arrow, the navigational arrow, which will enable you to see multiple tabs. You can see that how many tabs you have, right? This way you can see different tabs. Good. Now, what today is our main topic? So let me set the agenda so you all can understand. Today, what we're going to cover here is we are going to cover Excel formula. Excel formula. Now, while I'm covering the Excel formula, I'm going to also cover basic Excel, but I don't want to cover most basic Excel because majority of you will know, but I want to cover some plus, which is called advanced. You will see something which you already know and something you may not know. Goal of the exercise is to leverage what you know and add on top of that. After break, we're going to do a little bit higher version of exercise, where we will still use formula, but the formula will be a little higher version. And then homework is actually depend on these exercise, which we will do after break. But before break, I want to do warm-up exercise. Make sure you're at least comfortable with the Excel and Excel formula. So what are the formula we're going to cover today? So we're going to cover like a lot of small statistic formula, like example sum, example count, example mean, max, sum if, right? Max if, count if, average, like that kind of things we'll cover. Then we're going to cover some kind of logical formula like example and, a, or if kind of statements we're going to cover. Then as we go further, we will say matching formula, like example string matching formula, like example we're going to cover upper, lower, and then we'll start covering lookup, VLOOKUP, and HLOOKUP, like that also. And along with that, we will cover other formula, like example date formula. Like example now, time-wise, date-wise today, then month, then quarter, then year, and a lot of interesting things going to cover. Trust me, if you pay attention and participate, you will be surprised how much you're going to learn in the next 3 hours. So buckle up and let's get started. Before I start, any questions, concerns, doubt? Good. Can I assume everyone has Excel? Because that's my first 101. If you don't have Excel, I cannot go forward. So let's click on worksheet 1. And this is our worksheet. So now, let's say someone gives us this type of Excel file. I created this Excel file for our exercise only. Let's say if somebody gives an Excel and they ask us to learn something. So first, we are going to learn from the available formula, and then we'll try to learn additional aspect. So this is called data file. This is called data file. Good news, almost every job you're going to work, you will be getting data file. They will give you data file. Majority of my students, they work in a like healthcare industry, or they work in banking or insurance kind of industry where they have lots of data file. Now, if you are lucky, they will give you data file. But there are chances that someone will ask you to collect data from various sources. We will cover that part separately. But right now, let's say somebody gave me data file. And now they're asking me, analyze that. There are so many things we can analyze. So example, they asked about, hey, can you tell me what is the total sell for Central? Now, it's pretty difficult for me. Why? Because there are many places Centrals are there. Or they may ask question, tell me how much sales coming from John's, right? Or tell me how are we doing with the pencil or binder? Or tell me which one is the max, which one is the minimum. So analysis start with the questions. First, you need to have a question. Then you may say, how do I get this answer? And that's why this class become more interesting. Sometimes it will be obvious, you know it, what you want, but it is difficult how to get it. As you understand the formula, Excel is a wonderful tool because it gives you a lot of formula which will enable you to get what you're looking for. Trust me, as we go further, you will start liking it because initially you may say, I know this thing, why would I learn? But I can ask you a question and it may slowly challenge you. As soon as you see that you are stretched or challenged, means you start learning. Okay, so this is our data file. Now let's click on the first tab, simple formula. So if you click on simple formula, there is a yellow color. And the way it works here, if you click on this yellow color, you will see formula written here. So click on the first cell. So when you click on the first cell, there is a formula. So here the formula we are using is very simple. G3 time H3. So G, this is all your column. This is your column and this is your row, right? This is your row. So when somebody says G3, means they're referring to G is the column and row. It means 95. Time H3, H is the column and 3 is the row. So whenever you want to refer, like example, I want to refer this, the first thing will be the column, G. And the second thing is the row, which is here G10. And then if I want to do addition or multiplications, I use the operator. So here the operator is multiplication. So now if you see here, we have this one times this one. So what did we do here? Let's click here, and we'll do plus. Anytime you want to start a formula, you can use plus or you can use equal. So start a formula with plus. Then normally what I do, I don't type. I write a plus and then I click on it. And then I can say star, which is nothing but multiply. And then I click on this one. Let me repeat one more time. So first I do plus. First I do plus, and then you click on the 95. So I click on it. I click on that. So when I click, it automatically picked G3 based on column and row. Then I say star, and then I click on the H column, H3, the column and row. So you can see now, if you read carefully, it is picking this item, then it say multiply, which I say star, and then it's picking this item. Now you press enter. When you press enter, you get the answer. Give me thumbs up if you are able to get the answer. Very good. Now, anytime you're having confusion, just double click here. So your formula, whatever formula you have here, you can see the formula here as well. Double click. So if you double click, the formula will be visible. When you have formula, you might see there is a color. That color says this is the column and this is the column. You can see it's selected. So you know how the formula is using, what cells are being used. It's very important because if you're in data analysis, there are 3 techniques I'm going to teach you. Many of you may have not used it. Very soon you will start liking it because sometimes somebody give you a file which has a pre-formula. Pre-formula means somebody has done the work and you have to start leveraging it. That's a little bit difficult. Why? Because they might have done some work, but they're not telling you what they have done. So there's a technique which I normally use to find out what they have done. So right now we have calculated and my number comes exactly same as this number. Now I click on this one. I click on this one and then double click on the tiny green square. So double click on tiny green square. So if you double click on that, it will automatically populate the value. Double click on the tiny green square. Double click on it. Yes or no, Bob? Any question?
Yeah, and my data sheet, I cannot see the total. It's empty.
Did you enable?
Yeah, I enable editing.
That's fine. But are you able to do this formula or no?
Mm,
Let me repeat. You can see, I'm hoping you're able to see my screen. Make sure
yeah,
you follow along. See, follow. Don't worry about yellow. You're not able to see this thing because you're not able
yeah,
to.
it's total column is there, but it is not calculated yet.
Are you able to see this thing or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Are you in a worksheet maybe? You are in sheet
Yeah,
worksheet. I am in sample formula, simple formula.
simple formula. Okay.
Yeah. So you missed that step. So if you click here, now say, are you able to see?
Yeah, now I can see. Yeah,
Yeah. So make sure you pay along, okay? Otherwise you will be in different tab. We are in
yeah,
a
sure.
simple formula.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay. Now one more
Thank
time
you.
I'm gonna do it. So plus, you click here, times, you click here. So remember I use plus, then I click on the first cell. This is called cell. Then I say star, and then this cell. After I complete that, I just double click on it, and it will pre-populate all the details. So I press enter, and I double click on it. I hope all of you should see the result, right? Now I'm going to show you something interesting. You all have to pay attention, okay? Because this is something I really like to move forward. I don't like to go more backward because the way I teach here, if you pay attention, you will be able to do it. So make sure you don't do multitask, okay? This is our first exercise. So what happened? Let's say somebody gave me this file. Now I have a question. How did you get this thing, right? So normally you click like this and try to find out. But what if entire file has a lot of formula? It's gonna be crazy. So there's a technique which I use, which is really helpful. Are you guys ready? Ready? So let's follow. So first thing you need to go here, click on formula tab. You can see the formula here, click on that. So far so good. So when you click on formula, click on formula, and now you can see here show formula. Do you see that show formula? Click on that. So see what I did is I put in my click on formula and I click show formula. And you can see everywhere now you will see formula, which is kind of cool. Everyone will have formula is a tab. Everyone will have formula is a menu, and then you have show formula. Everyone should have it. People on phone, give me thumbs up if you're able to see. Formula is the menu and show formula, unless you have different Excel. No, your version means different Excel version. Are you? No. I don't have it is a one word. We can find it if we properly see here. Are you able to see formula?
I clicked on it.
Then what you're seeing? You're not able to see show formula.
We have logical text, date and time, auto some recently used financial, lookup, reference, math and trick, more functions, reset, insert Python, diagnostic.
Yeah, so very good. Keep going.
Define name manager, create from selection, define names.
It's there. It's always there.
Yeah.
It's always there because this has been there for since 2007.
Because there's just the only symbol, they just say it's a short.
Yeah. That's why. I just say, yeah. Happy?
How do I get the name? Right here.
People on phone, give me thumbs up if you are able to see.
I
Yes.
see formula, but the
You might
show
have.
formula is not highlighted. I don't know.
No. If it is not highlighted, hello, there's a technique.
Yeah.
Hello, there's a technique. You click your cursor in somewhere in an empty cell. Hello, click your cursor in an empty cell and now go to formula and then show formula. You will see that the effects. So sometimes you may want to click outside in a cell somewhere. Then it will show up formula. Show formula. Good. Yes or no? People on phone, I'm hoping you are able to do it. If you are not able to, please raise your hand or question. But we are not done yet. Yes, so any question?
I am also
I-
not able to see show formula.
You have FX written. I think you guys have a problem with different Excel version. You might have FX written. Carefully check FX. Somewhere FX will be there. Carefully check. Under formula.
Reminder like me, just a symbol.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That symbol is icon, FX icon. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to click other cells, but it's not getting highlighted.
Yeah, but you have to follow me, please, because I'm answering, but I think you're not listening. You have to click somewhere outside like that. Right? You might have selected something. You may want to do escape first, and click somewhere. Make sure you do escape, right? Every keyboard has escape, right? And then you click outside and then click somewhere. Then go to formula and show formula. It will show up. If you do show formula one more time, it will disappear like that. Make sense? Just sometimes you have like you double click here, like then it will be like this. You see that? You have to pay attention, very minute detail. Remember, you are taking data analysis class. It's going to drive crazy if you're not paying attention, because minute detail will create a confusion. So attention deficiency is a very big problem. This class is all about data. So it's very important that focus is very important because it's all about data. Minute data may create problems. So if you double click here, it's all gray color. I'm telling everyone, what do you want to do? Escape. And then click somewhere and it will work. So check it out. See how I'm doing? Escape. All great. All good. Yes or no. And so formula, or you can remove one. Now try this one. You may like this. If somebody wants to know how this happened, so you put your cursor here somewhere, put your cursor here, and then you can say, you know what? I want to see this one. So put your cursor here, and I can say, show me trace precedence. So first try this one. Show me trace precedence. So click on that. So you can see now it will give you arrow. Show me trace precedence. Make sure your cursor is here. First you put your cursor here. Then you click here. It will show you that this item together build this item. Pretty cool. And once you're done, just say remove arrow. Remove arrow. Make sense or no? So if you see like formula like this, it means you have to click one more time show formula. Otherwise, it will not do calculations. So when you click here, it will show you the answer. So click one more time and you can see the answer. So when you see answer, means you're perfect. Any questions so far? That was our first lab, 101. I hope some of you learned and some of you understood how it works. If you have a question, please ask.
Did you remove that arrow?
Yeah, there is a arrow here, remove arrow. I click on that.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm hoping you're getting comfortable. Remember, this is data cloud, and a lot of small thing matters. And within few minutes, you will be comfortable. Your eye and your hand has to see that. Hand means typing, and eye means understanding. The only way you will have confusion when you don't pay attention, because the way I explain, you only learn by doing it. Make sense or no? If I teach you PowerPoint, there is no way you will remember that. So the best way to learn is to do it. Okay, so first exercise we did is just a multiplication. Let's say example, let's say I want to do subtraction. Same concept I can do, but I want to show you something else. So why don't you click on the next step, if value. Click on that, if value. Make sure everyone is on a tab, if value. Good so far? Yeah. You need to 10 minutes, you need to give me attention, 10 minutes. I'll explain what we are trying to do, and then we'll do together. Okay? So if is a formula. If you can click on a big, first big here, click on big, just double click on it, so you will see the formula. Now relax and pay attention. So what we have a formula, we have formula either you can do equal or you can do plus, doesn't matter. Then there is a formula called if. Formula called if, and there are three things are there. First is a condition. So it's a I3. So I means this is the I, and 3 means this is the 3. If it is greater than 100, then we'll say big. If this condition is true, then we'll write big. If the condition is false, then we write small. Don't worry about it. Let's say go to double click on small. So now, if you double click on small, what it says here, if the condition is greater than 100. So here, that condition is not greater than 100, because this is not greater than 100. It means the condition is false. If condition is false, it will take this answer. If condition is true, it takes the first answer. Make sense or no? Now, what we are using is if statement. Why if? So anytime you have condition, it's a logical statement. So we are saying if the value which we have here, if it is greater than 100, then let's do whatever you want to write. You can write whatever you want. Otherwise, you will write the second item. So let's do first. So you will understand. We're going to do 2-3 times. Don't cry. Put your cursor in O3. Put your cursor in O3. Put your cursor in O3. Okay? O3. Please understand, when I say O3 means O is the column and 3 is the row. Make sense? O is the column and 3 is the row. Can I count everyone has added their cursor here? Right? Now relax and type appropriately. You will have fun. Ready? So let me make this thing here so you can see that. Okay. I'm going to write this so you can see properly. Okay. Now I'm going to type equals. First type equals. Everyone, make sure you type equals. Then you're typing if. Then you're typing parenthesis. I'll zoom also. Now I want to write a conditions. Please understand. So first I'm writing equals. Then I say if. Then I say parenthesis. Then I want to write a condition, like example. If I say I want to write a condition on this one. So this is the H column, and this value is 3. So H3. This one is H4. Why H4? Because it's H and 4th row. So this is the H column. So I want to write a condition. If what do you call the price? If the price is less than $5, if price is less than $5, then we'll say it's a cheap. It's cheap. Otherwise, it's expensive. Are we understand? So we are saying if this price is less than $5, then it's a cheap, otherwise expensive. So now I wrote if, then I'm going to click on this item. Click here. So please understand. I write first equals to if, then parenthesis, then I click here. So when I click here, it automatically selects the cell. Are we understanding? We're going to do 2-3 times. Don't worry, don't panic. I'm going to do 2-3 times. Then I'll say if it is less than If it is less than $5, then comma, double quotation, I'll say if this condition is true, then I'll say cheap. Double quotation complete, comma, I'll say double quotation expensive. Double quotation complete and parenthesis. Let me repeat. I'm going to repeat it, don't worry. I'm going to repeat, don't worry. I'm going to repeat, okay? So first of all, let's understand what I wrote. So first I'll say equals, if, then parenthesis. I pick this thing, I click on that, so it came S3. I say less than 5. If this condition is true, then comma, double quotation cheap, double quotation complete, comma, double quotation expensive, double quotation complete and parenthesis. So you can see as parenthesis start, parenthesis ends. Double quotation start, double quotation ends. Double quotation start, and then in between there is a parenthesis. So the total you have 3 things. First, if condition, comma, if the condition is true, then it's cheap, comma, otherwise it's expensive. So let me repeat one more time. So I'm gonna minimize this column. So check it out. I'm gonna do one more time. Relax and enjoy. Equals. First I'm writing if parenthesis, then I pick on this item. I click on it. Then I say less than 5. If this condition is true, less than 5, then comma, don't forget comma, double quotation, cheap. I can write whatever I want, right? So if this condition is true, then it's cheap, comma. What if condition is not true? What the price is less, greater than 5, and double quotation, expensive. Double quotation complete. Double quotation complete. Double quotation complete, and then parenthesis. So if you read carefully, we are saying if this value is less than 5, I should expect cheap. Otherwise, I should expect expensive. So if I have like value like 19, what should I get expect here? Expensive. If I see here, expensive, otherwise it will be cheap. So press enter. First you get a cheap. Why cheap? Because this value is less than 5. Now double click on this tiny green square and see if you are getting expensive appropriately and cheap appropriately, and give me thumbs up. If you have a question, please ask. Good. See guys, learning is so much fun if you pay attention, because I'm going to repeat 2-3 times. Don't worry about it. Goal of the exercise, not rush. Goal of exercise to understand enough so we can do proper job. Because data analysis is not for people like, just walk and get job. This is all start with the mind. And this is good news. Lifetime you can use this skill. Because if I can do one thing, you can do other thing also. So let's take another example. Please pay attention. So let's say I want to do this one. Please understand. I want to do this exercise. Here, I want to say if item is less than $500, or you can say whatever you want, $600, just an example. So let's say if item is, let's say $300. Let's say item is less than $300. Then we say good. Otherwise we say bad. Just an example. So first of all, do we agree column is I? This is I3. We know if the condition is true, then we know what to do. So first one is the condition is true. Otherwise condition is false. So let's do it. So let's put it our cursor here. First you do equal. Then you're going to say if parenthesis, then you click on that value. Make sure you click on the value. So first you do equals if, then parenthesis, then you click on the value. So in our case, value is this. And then we're going to say less than 300. Again, you can have any condition. So here I say less than 300. If that's the case, comma, double quotation, G stands for good, double quotation complete, comma, double quotation B stands for bad. So now my formula is very simple. If this value is less than 300, then I'll say good. It means condition is true, I'll say good. But what if condition is false? If condition is false, then I'll get a B. Once I press enter, remember, don't forget comma. Double quotation start, double quotation end. Comma is a separation. Press enter. Once you have it, click on the G, double click on the tiny square, and you see if you can get G and B appropriately. Give me thumbs up, or you can ask question if you have. Good. So you'll understand. This is kind of raw material. Okay, I'm slowly creating a raw material. If raw material is not clear, then we will not be able to do our upcoming lab. So I'm going to slowly, step 1, step 2, step 3, I'm doing. Good. Another example. Let's say I have person name. These are all first letter is capital. What if I want to do entire letter capital? What if I want to combine? Please understand. What if I want to combine first letter from here and then this thing? So there are so many things we can do as well. So first, I want to show you. For time being, I'm going to add a column. So click here, and you can right click and insert column. So you can right click and you can say insert column. So you can add a column just for showing purpose, right? Anytime you want to add a column, you can right click, you can do insert column. If you want to remove, you can say delete column. So right now add a column. Now let's say, please pay attention. Let's say I want to take these items but convert into uppercase. Very simple. You do equals upper parenthesis and then click that item which you want to convert and close parenthesis. Let's repeat. First you do equal upper and then click on that item which you want to convert upper. Upper means uppercase and then close your parenthesis. When you press enter, you will see now it will be uppercase and then click here in the tiny square, double click and everything is up. So far so good. Anything you want to convert to upper, you just need to say equals upper, make sure spelling is correct, upper, right? Yes or no? And then parenthesis, click on the item, whichever item you want to convert into upper, and then close your parenthesis and you will get the uppercase. Then tiny square, double click on it and you can get everything. People on phone, are you doing good so far? Let's say you want to do lowercase, same thing, right click, create insert. So I created another column, right click, insert. So the way normally I do is I right click here and insert column. So I can have a column. Let's say I want to take this item and convert into lowercase. I want to convert this item and convert into lowercase. So what should I do? Equals lower, then parenthesis, pick that item, close that parenthesis. So please understand lower in the sense of you take this item and you convert into lowercase. Now you press enter. It's converted lowercase and double click on the tiny square and everything is lower. Make sense? So uppercase, lowercase, mixed match, you can do that as well. Any question, concerns, doubt? Are we doing good so far? Good, very good, awesome. Now let's move to the next one. Next tab, LAN, LEN, LAN. Click on that. LEN, LAN, click on that. So what happened? Sometimes someone wants to know how many characters you have in this item, or how many characters you have in these items. Like example, East means total 4 characters, or pencil, how many characters I have. So if I want to know how many characters I have, I can find that using a command called len. So I click on that len, 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 click on that. And let's say I want to calculate how many characters I have. So let's put your cursor in a P3. Put your cursor in a P3. Put your cursor in a P3 and do equal, and say len, len, and close parenthesis. Now pick anything. So like example, I want to know that's East. I click on that. So East has a 4 character. So len, when I close my parenthesis, and if I press enter, it will go here and it will calculate len, 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 and it will calculate how many characters you have. So here C3. So it will calculate total 4 characters I have. And if I double click here, I can calculate all characters. This is something useful when you want to know the size of the detail. So here you can say in this one, like example, central has 7 characters, but east has only 4 characters. Wherever east comes, you will see 4 characters. Make sense? So length will be very helpful if you are going to calculate how many characters you have. Make sense? Now, practically it is not that useful, so don't worry about it. I'm trying to explain as a function. But this one is very useful. Let's click on concatenate. Concatenate, click on that. This is very useful. Concatenate. Concatenate. Concatenate means join. Easy language, it's a join. In fancy word, we call concatenate. Concatenate means you have one word, you have 2 words, and you want to join and create as a one word. So you're going to combine A and B. That's called concatenate, or we call join. So how to do that? So we're going to do step by step. In order to do so, what we're going to do is first, you double click here. You double click here the first one and try to see what the command they have used. So when you double click on M3, you see the command is concat. Please understand concat. And then they have double quotation first word, comma, double quotation second word, comma, this thing. So anything you can concatenate. Don't worry, I'll help you. Don't worry. But the command is very simple. Concat. That's the command. Concat. And then whatever you want, you can join that. So example, if you want to write hello, you can write hello, and then comma, and then you can write a person name. So here it's a D3. So hello D3. I'll show you a couple of examples so you will understand. This is very powerful. I guarantee you will use it. So first, let's highlight this 3 column. You use your mouse and highlight this 3 column. Use your mouse and highlight this 3 column, and then right click and delete it. Right click and delete it. So you delete all the value. So if you made a mistake, do Control Z. Control Z, you get that. So anytime you want to delete the column, highlight it, and then right click and delete. So example, I highlight this 3 column, make sure my mouse is out there, right click, just delete it. And it is deleted. Now let's do one at a time. So I want to write example. I want to write just an example here. I want to say hello. I want to write hello and then this name. Hello, this name. Hello, 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 like that. So let's get started. So first that equals, type equals, and say concat. Concat, parenthesis complete, parenthesis start. Then you want to write hello. So double quotation hello, hello, double quotation complete. Then comma, make sure hello is in double quotation, comma, double quotation, space, double quotation. So after hello, you will have a space. So what we want to write hello in double quotation, comma, double quotation, space, double quotation, then comma, and then the person name. So I click on that. Let me zoom in so you will understand. So first, what we are saying concat hello. So that will write hello. Then I say comma, double quotation, space, double quotation. There is a space here. Then comma, D3, and parenthesis. So what we are saying hello, first you write hello, then this one will be a space, and then person name. So hello Jones. If you press enter, you will see hello Jones. And you click here and then double click, and you're gonna get everything. In case if you're getting error, let's try one more time. Right? Always, always, always. Remember, typing is everything, right? So first you write equals. First you write equals. Always see on the screen. The easiest thing is to pay attention, right? Equals. What is the formula? Concat. Concat. Make sure you understand the formula. Concat. Concat means join. Now start parenthesis. Start parenthesis. Remember, it's nothing hard, just you're paying attention. Start parenthesis, double quotation. Let's say you want to write hello. So double quotation, hello, double quotation, complete. Whatever you start, make sure you complete hello. Then you do comma. Then you do comma. Then double quotation, space double quotation. So double quotation, space double quotation, comma, and then you click on, then you click on East, or sorry, Jones, and close your parenthesis. Please understand, whenever you do concat, the first word I hard coded, which is hello, make sure you understand, and then I say comma, then I have double quotation, space double quotation, then comma, and then the word I want, and then D3, and then I close the parenthesis. If there is something missing, you will get an error. Always see the comma. Most people forget comma, or sometimes people forget double quotation. They start double quotation, but they don't add it. So make sure you have proper and press enter. Once you get it, just click here and double click. Yes, Emma, question?
So this is new to me. I usually use concatenate. I never even saw concatenate. As I'm looking at the descriptions, I'm not understanding what the difference is between concat and concatenate. Is there a difference?
No, there are no difference. One was the old one and one is the new one.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Anyone else have any question, concerns, doubt? Are you guys able to do it? Now, let's do one more. Let's say I have techniques to follow. Let's assume for a second. Let's say I want these two things added, and in between I want one space. So I want this one, John's, one space, and Smith. Okay. So first I'm going to highlight, click on the M column, and I'm going to delete it. Right click and delete. So click on M column. So click on M column, right click and delete. So right click. So anytime you have error, just do escape column, select that. Escape is a keyboard, right? Click on it, right click and delete it. So I deleted it. Okay. In case sometimes you have error, just do escape switch, click on the column, right click and delete it. Now let's get started. So equals concat. Now parenthesis start. First you click on Jones. So concat, then you click on Jones, then comma, double quotation, space double quotation, then comma, you click on Smith. By doing so, you are now saying that I need this value from D3. I need this value from D3, right? Then there is a space and then comma E3. Make sure you understand double quotation space, which will give you one space in the middle. Before and after you do comma. Comma means separation, and press enter, right? And now you got it, and then double click. Pretty good. So easily you can get that. Let me repeat one more time. So what should I do? Equals concat, parenthesis starts, then you click on the first one, comma, double quotation, space, double quotation, comma, second one. So you can see literally how we are doing that. This is the first value, comma, double quotation, space, double quotation, comma, second one. And then press enter, and you get the value. Easy. Any question, concerns, doubt? Everyone is doing good so far? Now, what if my manager asks, take the first character, listen carefully. Take the first character from here. And then you can say J. Smith, like this. Or he wants Gill, so G and Anderson. Make sense? Or like example, G. Bell. He wants like that. So he wants me to do that. Now he said that this letter, if it is lowercase, make sure uppercase. Everything should be uppercase first letter. So there are so many things he is asking me to do. Now, in order for me to do that, I need to have structures in my mind. So I'm going to show you step by step. Please pay attention and you will enjoy it. So what I want you to here, click on the cursor F column and let's insert some column. So we're going to insert some column. So right click, insert. So you get the idea how to insert. So add a couple of insert column. We're going to add 2-3 columns. Right click, insert, right click, insert. So we can keep it our cursor together. So I added like 4 columns. Right click, insert, right click, insert. In Excel, you can add as many columns as you want. Now, what manager asked, take the first letter from here. Now, we don't know how to get the first letter. So there is a command. And I want you to follow that. So first, let me do it, and then you will do. Give me 1 minute, pay attention. Once you understand, then you will do it. So first, what I'm kind of doing it, I'm going to take first character. So the command start is called mid, 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 then parenthesis. Then I'll say, click on this one. This is the first word. That's my word. Go to the first character and get the first character. So you get the J. Let me repeat. Why don't you type? So you write, you are saying mid. Mid means you're taking selections from the word. You're saying this is my main word. My main word is John's. So D3 is my main word. I will go to first character. I'll go here and I'll take the first character. The first one is saying where I should go. And the second one is how long, means how many characters I need. First one is, if I, let's say welcome, just an example, welcome, please pay attention. So first one is saying go to first one. And the second one is saying take the first character. But if I say 3 character, it will take WEL. I'll show you so you will understand. But I say first means point to the first character K. And then second is how many characters you want. So if you say 1, then it just take K. So check it out. If you press enter, you get 1 character. You double click here, and let's say here you do 2. In that case, you're going to take 2 characters, right? And if you do 3 here, then you will get 3 characters. So what is the first formula here? Formula is you are taking mid, taking the word, then you are saying where should I go first? So 1, and then how many characters I want. So for my cases, I need 1 character only. So we're going to do 1. Everyone understand? If yes, give me thumbs up. Good so far, right? Remember, first is pointer and second is how many characters you want. If you want 1, 2, 3, like that, right? Now press enter and then click here and double click here. So you got the first letter. But manager also asked, you need to convert this item into capital. I don't want lowercase. So manager wants us to convert everything in uppercase, right? So we're going to use upper. So let's click here and say equals upper, and then you click on the last name, the Smith here. Basically, you are saying upper, picking this item, inserting inside parenthesis, upper E3, upper E3. Upper will convert in uppercase and press enter. Now, here is the problem. It is converting upper, but it convert everything upper. But he wanted only first character upper. So what should we do? Here it's everything converted. He didn't like that. He want only first character. So there is another command. We're surprised how many commands are. I believe proper, and press enter. Oh, wow, I like that. Proper. Pretty good. Proper, and then it will take that and it will only convert first character capital. So proper, let me repeat. So what I will normally do, I type equals proper, parenthesis start. You click on it and close the parenthesis. Proper. Get that? And then press enter. Once you press enter, proper, get that, and then click here and double click on that, and boom, you get everything. So far, so good. Remember proper. Many people don't know what is proper. Proper means first letter you can convert into capital. Now you have proper. Now we have to combine these two and give my manager like J and then this. So for that, click here and we'll say concat. 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 I'm going to say equals concat. 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 Parentheses. Then you say first comma double quotation dot double quotation dot double quotation comma this one. So what we are saying here, please pay attention. We are saying concat. First we'll take this thing, comma, then say double quotation dot comma, then we'll take this one. So basically first comma double quotation dot and this one is done. So if you press enter, you will see something like this. Give me thumbs up if you are able to get that and double click on it. Beautiful. Let's repeat one more time so we can do that together. Anytime you do that, make sure you understand. First we are saying concat, parenthesis start, click on this one, comma, double quotation, dot, double quotation, comma, and then do that. Easy, right? Very, very easy, right? Concat. The first letter, then comma, double quotation, dot, double quotation, comma. Now concat will combine all three things together, and now you will have J Smith, K Johnson, and J Brendan. If you press enter, and ta-da! So far, any question, concerns, doubt? Are you guys doing good so far? Right? Yes.
So always, do we have to go like create a column separately, or is there any way we can all?
You can directly do it, but because you are learning, and normally what I do, see, if I want to do, I can do without these two columns. I can do that, but then in that case, all those things you have to write in one thing, which is a little harder. So I normally do step by step because you are doing first. Today is the first class. I don't want to give, because you can do everything in one simple command, and you don't have to add more column. But if you do additional column, it's not a big deal. You can hide the column also. Like example, check it out. If you don't like this column, you can click here and just hide that. So like example, hide. So you can hide this column. So you only see your part. So you can also do, and if you highlight that, then you can unhide also. So hide and hide also works very well. So all your raw material, you don't have to make it visible, right? Yes. Any question on phone? Any questions so far on phone? Okay. I'm doing good so far. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, nice. Now let's continue further. Let's click on the this one, today and now. Click on that. So we're going to click on here. Now here, if you carefully see your data here, your data. So sometimes in life, they give you date, MMDDYY. From the MMDDYY, you want to know a lot of things. Example, you want to know what is the month, what is the date, what is the year, you want to know about it. So right now, somebody give this date, and you want to know what date, sorry, what day it was, Monday or it was Wednesday. How do I know that? Very simple. You double click on Wednesday. So if you double click on Wednesday, you will see that there is a command called text. There's a command called text. This is the date, and in double quotation DD. DD stands for DDD, means 3-character day. If I say, I believe if I say here YYY, it will give me year. And I believe if I do MM, I believe it will give me month, or I think lowercase mm, it will give me month. We'll try to see that, so you will learn it. But it is very powerful for data analysis, because whenever you do your work, think about, you go to what you call CRC, use CRC background. Let's go to Messi. If you do Messi and you swipe your card, you only get date. But sometimes people want to know, how are we doing on this day? How are we doing this month? but you don't capture day or month, you capture date. So from date, you need to extract month, year, or day. And sometimes you need to do quarter also. So I'm going to show you how it will work. But first, let's understand how we got it. Now, if you double click here, it can say today. So today means it's going to get today's date, right? So what we're going to do here, click here and add, click on the C column and add 3 columns. 1, 2, 3, insert 3 columns. So right now, insert, that will insert 1 column, right click, 1 more column, insert 1 more column. Remember, it's free. There is no cost for the inserting column. So don't cry. Why should you insert 3 column or 4 column? It's free, right? Right click and insert. The reason I'm creating this column here, so you can see literally the data and you can see literally the results. So it kind of give you an idea. Otherwise, I can add, but then I can zoom properly. So right click and insert column. Right click and insert column. Good. At this moment, we have 3 columns. Let's say we want to extract day here, just like this. Right? We want to extract day. What we did, we click here, right click, insert, right click, insert, right click, insert. Anytime if you are making mistake, you just do escape key. Escape key will kind of very helpful. Sometimes if you make mistake, you just do escape. So right now, let's do that. So equal. Now you can say text, text text, parenthesis. You click on this date, then comma, and let's say if I do M on M, double quotation M. So what happened? It gives me my month. Give me month. So it extract, M stands for month. So it extract month. You can see there is a first month. Makes sense? So what I did, text, text, then my date. So I selected the date, then comma, I say M. M stands for number. So in that situation here, it should be 2. Here it should be 4. Let's check it out. So press enter and then double click and you should see month. Wow, it works. You guys agree? It works. It just works. So check it out. In case if you're having problem, please ask. Do you see that? B3, which is this one, and double quotation M, I got a month. I can give a heading here, month. So I'll say month. Very good. Now let's click here. Same concept, equals text. Pick the date, comma, double quotation 4y, double quotation complete, and press enter. Now you're going to get here. Let me repeat. Very simple. I selected text. I selected B3 and comma y and double quotation complete. And you get the year. So far, so good. Press enter and then click on that. Boom, boom, boom. You got the year. Everything is 2016, so there won't be any difference. But you can see you are extracting this. Make sense? Always see on the screen, type correctly, and you will see the result. Right? Everyone is doing good. So now I want to take a day. So now let's add a column here. We're going to say equals text. Same thing, date, comma, double quotation DDD. That's a day, right? And double quotation complete. So here I'll say text B3, double quotation DDD, right? Press enter. And now we can get like that. So far, so good. Any questions, concerns, doubt? I got that. Any question? Now, I have a question. Is there a way I can get a month, January, February, March? Right now, I got a number, but I'm curious. Is there a way I can get thing? If there is an easy way, we can get it. Otherwise, we'll come up with some interesting way. But so far, I got clear. Sorry.
You can do 3 M's, right, to get the month?
So let's do that. Very good. That's awesome. So now let's add a column. Right click, insert, and let's add a column. Let's say text, right? Text. Then what are you going to do? Select the date, comma. You're saying MMM like that. How many M? Right? Like that. Perfect. So just write as many M you want, right? Right? Double quotation MMM, right? And you get that. Or you can do 3M will be short. I will do Jan.
Yeah.
It will do Jan. So you need more M. If you do 3M, it will be small Jan. And if you want full spelling, you need to do complete MMM. Very good. And then play around. Pretty cool. Right? Easy. Yeah. Now press enter. And now double click and you get that. Now you can see that this is all information we extracted, though it was not given to us. Right? Yes or no? We know now how to get month, number, no date, year, easy. Now, moving along, we are going to click on chart. We're going to click on chart. Now, don't worry about this chart, what you have, just you can click it and delete it. Just click here and delete. Click here and delete. Delete. Click here and delete. So your data, anytime your data, there are two types of things. In data analysis, data, when you present, it's called descriptive. Descriptive analysis. Descriptive means kind of word. It doesn't make more meaning. But if you do graph, it's called visual analysis. Visual analysis, like we are human, we like pictures. We like, that's why majority of students like my class because they draw it. This is something normally people don't do it because first they don't like it, but I've been doing for many years. I'm very comfortable drawing it. Most people use this way, but drawing will give you idea. Oh, okay, because we are human, we see picture, color, style, it helps. So now we have data. Now, what normally you need to do is highlight both columns like this, highlight both columns, go to insert menu, and you can pick any of your chart of your choice. So like example, I take the bar graph, insert menu. I select, first of all, I select everything, right? I select everything and I go to insert menu. So select everything, go to insert menu, insert, and then I select the graph and chart. So you can see the graph and chart. You can do that, whichever works for you. So you select it and you have a nice graph. Now, please understand, when you do first time, the graph may not be the best in the world. Let me repeat. Please see on the screen, right? First, see on the screen. I'll repeat one more time. I highlighted, select this. When I highlight and select, I go to insert menu, and there is a bar graph. You can see on the screen, bar graph. If you have different Excel, you can still have it. So check it out carefully. First, you make sure you highlight it through mouse. You highlight, go to insert menu, then go to this one and pick the first one, bar graph. So I click on that, I select that, bar graph. When you get a first graph, don't be satisfied with that. You click on the graph. You click on a graph. So when you click on a graph, if you have a newer version of Excel, you will get more options here. Pick the option which you like. Make sure that your graph or charts are more appealing, right? So give a little time, just click one by one and see which one you like the most. Again, choice is yours. There's no wrong or right answer. It's all about how it looks good, right? That's all at the end of the day, right? Pick that design, whichever you like. Some people like this kind chart. Again, choice is yours. Try to do decoration. Don't try to do raw material because people like to see professional look. Right? Now, graph looks much better. Again, your graph might be different than mine, but again, choice is yours. Make sure graph should look more professional. Question, concerns down by selecting data, creating graph, and formatting. Good so far? Yeah. Now, this was like a warm-up exercise. in order for us to do better exercise, we're going to do step-by-step exercise. But before I switch that exercise, let's say I'll go to sample formula. Let's go to sample formula. Sample formula. Click on sample formula. Right now, can I count everyone is in a sample formula, which is the first sample formula. Now, please understand. We are going to learn something interesting now. Please pay attention. Let's say I want to know what unit is the maximum value. I want to know which unit has a maximum value. So example, here we have unit is a column, and I want to know what is the max value in this column. If I want to know max value of this column, I can use click anywhere in the yellow color, click here, and I can say equal max. Parenthesis complete, and I can highlight entire cell, entire column like this. So please understand. First you write max. First you write max, and then in a parenthesis you highlight this column, and then close your parenthesis. So you highlight and close your parenthesis and press enter. It will find out the max value from this column. In data analysis, we call vector or column. Column is kind of English name, but in data analysis, we normally call vector. Vector means bunch of value. So here, if I press enter, I get max value 95. So if you see carefully, I wrote a max, I highlighted entire column, and I get the max value. If somebody say, can you do minimum value? Same concept, equal minimum value, parenthesis, highlight, and get the minimum value. Same concept. And somebody say, what is the sum? You can just say sum and highlight and get the value. Mean, max, sum. If somebody say average, you do the same thing, average, and you select the same thing. So all commands are right away available. So please understand the command which I use here. One command is called average, right? Average. Make sure you start with equals and then same selection, average. If you want to do total, you do sum, right? If you don't want to do minimum, just the mean, max, like that. So mean, max will give you minimum or maximum, sum will give you total, and average will give you average. But that's not the important. These are BB command. Everyone knows max, mean, sum, average. BB command. Average means you take total and divide by number of items. But now I'm going to ask you a difficult question. Are you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up so we can start asking. Right? Good so far? Awesome. People on phone? Sum, max, mean are kind of easy. Everyone knows about it. But in your real life, people will ask question like that. Please understand. They will say, you know what? There's a pencil here. 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 Pencil, pencil, pencil. Right? So they want us to write a pencil here. And they want to write total pencil. So this total. So it wherever the pencils you have, they want to sum of that pencil. So a little bit awkward. First, understand the requirement. Requirement is that wherever you have pencil, we want to get here and get the sum. So first of all, pencil. So I'm going to write here pencil, make sure case sensitive. So I'm going to write P capital, pencil, right? Spelling has to be correct. Otherwise it won't work. P capital, P-E-N-C-I-R, pencil. So I write a pencil. And then later on I write pen and maybe binder. So my mistake, pen and bind. Now please understand. I want us everyone understand the need. Need is wherever the pencil is, I want to take the item. I want to take the item and then I need to sum this value, this value, this value, this value, wherever the pencil is. So check it out. For that, you need to say sum if parenthesis. Now it says sum if parenthesis, sum if one word parenthesis. Now it is asking range. So this is my range. This is my range. And then criteria, I'll say pencil. In this range, find the pencil. And wherever I find a pencil, then I say sum range, which is this one. At that time, I'm going to use this. So wherever you see you found it, it automatically take that item, and then it will do sum of. Wow, that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? That's pretty nice. So let me do it. So sum if range, I'm gonna highlight this thing. So that's highlighted. Then comma, a comma. Then I say criteria is pencil. In this range, wherever the pencil is, comma, highlighted this range, will get me the sum. And boom, it get me the sum pencil. And I can do $sign, it will be more visible. Let's do one more time. So equals sum if parenthesis complete range. This is my starting range where my pencil information is there. I highlighted that, comma. I selected pencil, make sure spelling is correct, pencil. So it will try to match it. If everything is fine, comma, then you're going to do sum from this range. This is the sum range, means I want to do sum from this range. And if you press enter, you can get total. Why don't you try that and see if it works for you? So right, sum if the first range is this one, right? Then the criteria, which is this one. And then the total sum which you want to do is this one. So make sure what you want to sum, right? And then you press enter. And if you press enter, boom, you're going to get this thing. And make sure you pick $, because it will be more appropriate. Good job, right? Now, same thing you can do for pen. I'm sure you can do that, right? Let's do that. So how should we do? Equals sum if, right? Now range, you know the range, already range you can, comma, and select a pen, comma, we know the range, boom, and we can get that, go, and click here and then $. You got the point. Any question, concerns, doubts, so far? How to get the sum of this range while you're comparing pencil or pen? Good? Everyone is good? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's change this thing. Let's say I want to know total sum, listen carefully. I want to know total sum for central, west, east, but a little bit smart way. Are you guys interested to know the smart way? What you are learning today, normally in college, it takes 5 weeks. You're going to learn in 3 hours. That's the beautiful style I have. If you pay attention, within 4 to 6 weeks, you are going to make a career out of it. So make sure you pay attention, because this is not a class where like normally students sit in a class. This is not the way. Many people lifetime don't know, you will learn in first day. That's my guarantee. So make sure you pay attention, okay? Now the one I'm going to teach you is very powerful, very useful. You may like it. So please understand, here you might notice that I've been doing the command, I'm typing, doing the command, I'm typing, doing the command, I'm typing. Sometimes you can do without typing too much. So what's happening is here, please pay attention. I have 4 regions, East, Central, West, and that's all, right? 3 regions, right? So let's type here so you will understand. That type East, Central, make sure spelling is correct. West, they don't have South, right? They don't have South. Let's write South also. East, West, North. North also should have. Oh, East, West, or Central. There's no South.
Central spelling is wrong.
Okay, you got that right. Very good. Awesome. Right? Am I right now? We'll see. In case if there is a problem, we'll find.
Yes.
So write down 4 things. I know South is not there, right? And North is also not there. Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's write South, no problem. So these are my region. Make sure you pay attention, because something I'm going to teach you. This is very useful. See, the way class works is step by step will get harder, right? I'm see right now it's almost 1 hour plus, right? So we need to go a little harder. Before we take a break, I want to make sure there is a kick in there, right? So please understand, when you are doing this, here you might notice that type this and I don't want to type too much. So here, same concept will do equals sum if. Please pay attention. Sum if. Sum if. Sum if. Parenthesis. Then we need to use our smart antenna. That please understand. East range is still this is range. West still same range. Yes or no? Central same range. And some range is also fixed. Yes or no? So we can lock down our range by pressing F4 switch. F4. In your keyboard, there is a switch called F4. Now, what it does, please relax. This is something very, very useful. Lifetime you will use it. So what happens is, if I want to change this, I can drag it. But I don't want to change something. I want to fix, because if I drag here, what happened? Please understand. If I drag here, first time range is this, and if I drag here, it will drag like this. If I drag here, it will drag like this. So it will take empty column. I don't want to take empty column. So what I'm trying to do here, the range, I select the range, and I can say F4. There's just, on your keyboard, there is a F4 switch. See what happened? It will add a $. It means it will lock it. Check it out. Did you notice that? Lock. And if you see carefully, it just dotted line. It means if I drag further, this item will not change. Let me repeat one more time. It's a little bit interesting. So first, see, I select here, and then I press F4. In your keyboard, there is a button called F4, function F4, basically function F4 or just F4. So I lock it. And comma, criteria is changing. I want criteria is changing, so I'm not locking it. Comma, total, I want to lock that. So I select it and I press F4. So I lock it. So, and now the benefit is two things are locked. Check it out. This one is locked. It's not changing. This one is locked, not changing. The only thing is changing is this thing. So when I drag it, it will be one by one. It will take central, west. Everything will remain same. In one shot, I'm going to get all answer. Check it out. And drag it. Boom. I got the answer. And now $. That is called productivity gain. Let's do one more time. So first what I did is, make sure you pay attention, equals sum if parenthesis, sum if parenthesis. You first select the region, select that and press F4. F4 will lock $. So that lock means $. You can see the $ sign. That means lock. Don't type the $. Function F4 is on your keyboard on the first row. F4. F4. And command F4. Yeah, command F4. Yeah, command F4. Try. $. Make sense? $.
No.
Sorry. It didn't do command F4. Do command F2 or F8. I'm just. Oh, you will have function. You will have function key. There is a function.
Okay.
Yeah, function F4. Right. In Mac you have function F4. Right. So far so good. Comma. And then this one I don't want to change. Means I don't want to lock it. So I select the criteria. Comma. Select this one. Now here function F4 or just F4. So you can lock it. Close the parenthesis. Please understand I'm not typing $. I'm pressing F4. So if you're Mac, you do function, there's a switch function, and then F4. This item will change as I drag it. These two items will be locked. And if I press enter, now I can drag this guy nicely. And in case if I don't have $, put the $, and see if you guys can get the answer. Give me thumbs up if you're able to get that.
So if I do function 4,
Uh-huh.
select the whole column.
No.
That's different, but yeah.
A whole function and F4 at the same time. Function F4. Whole function F4. It should work.
Select the whole column instead of just the selected range.
Are you selecting through mouse first?
Yeah.
I don't think so, right? Are you selecting first the mouse, right? Range?
Yes, I did. I select the range,
Mhm.
like a C3 to C.
And then whole function F4, both at the same time.
Function F4 works in Mac.
Yeah, it works. So it's something definitely you're doing differently. Because I know, because function F4 should work. Unless you're selecting column. Okay. Okay. I'll help you in a break. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Now, make sure everyone has a dollar. Now you can highlight this 2 column like this, right? And go to insert, go to insert, go to insert, and then look for the graph. Look for the graph. This way, you can kind of provide nice view from your analysis, because this is still descriptive. But having insert graph, make sure your graph is there. Insert, select the bar graph, select the bar graph. So first, let me repeat. You first make sure you do the bar graph. So you can select here, right? Select this one, go to insert, and then select the bar graph. Select the bar graph, select the bar graph. So once you select the bar graph, you will have a bar graph. Make sure you select the bar graph. I just pick only those items which I just got it. Then you, from this graph, do a proper formatting, and that will look nice if you can provide that some proper formatting, right? So kind of you can put the same detail in a nice, beautiful visual. Then right click on the blue bar, and just say add data labels. So it's kind of nice, beautiful graph. See if you guys can do it. Yes, Ramaya, question?
Yeah, actually, I don't understand what's the difference between adding a dollar and without making a dollar.
I'll show you in 2 minutes. Could you do this
Okay,
first?
Yep,
First,
sure.
highlight, go to insert, then bar graph, select the bar graph, format it, and then right click on the what you call blue bar and say add label or tag, add label or data label, add data label. Right click, add data label. Right? I'll repeat one more time. See, I highlighted this thing. Make sure you properly highlight. In case if you don't have dollar, make sure you put a dollar. Dollar is there. Then I do insert, right? Then you can go to graph, select the data. Then after you select the data, pick a graph of your choice, whichever you like. Once you select the graph of your choice, you can select the bar, right click on a bar, and you can say add data label. Add data label like that. Make sense? Can I count everyone is getting that? Right? So whenever you do analysis, like this is called summary or report, it's a good idea to have nice report. Good. So anytime somebody asks, can you give me summary of region, you can do this one. Summary of region, I got that. And we can do the same thing for others. And graph will give you better representation. Now the question is, what is dollar does? So I'm going to show you that. So please pay attention. So like I'm going to show you. Let me show you how dollar works. So if I have here, please pay attention so you will understand. So let's say I have A column and I have B column, right? Let's see here. I have A column and I have B. You don't do anything, just see here. So you will understand the benefit of that. Now, if I say here 10, 20, 30, 40, make sure you pay attention. Pay attention, this will help. So 10, 20, 30, and 40. Now, let's say I wanna multiply, please pay attention. I want to multiply this item, right? I want to multiply this item by 10. Okay. So here, let's say I want to put here. So check it out what I'm going to do. So let's say if I do plus, right? And if I say 10 times 10, so far, no issue. So what happened? 10, which is this one, and 10. So this is my fixed value 10. Okay. So what will happen? If I press enter, I got 100. But check it out what happens. If I drag this guy down. So if I drag down, suddenly it started dragging. What happened? It was here, but because I drag, it went down. Now, if I drag further, see what happened. It's going down. If I drag further, it's going down. So what happened? My original formula I wanted here. And if I want to fix this, the only way I can fix is through $. Right now, if I don't fix it, so what happens? Check it out. If I don't fix it, please pay attention. If I don't fix it, I do this thing times 10. Then if I drag it, it will go like this. It will become a 0, 0. Because why 0, 0? It's been going further and further and further. But now I'll show you here equal. I take this item, and if I press F4, it means it's going to fix. That is fixed. Now it's not going to go down. Check it out. If I do 10, no matter how much I drag, that line is not going to change because it's fixed. Everyone is pointing to the same value. Everyone is pointing to the same value. So for me, I didn't want to change my range because this range is fixed. Doesn't matter it's the east or central. This is I don't want to change. Otherwise, if I drag it, it will have weird result. That's why having a fix is very important because range is fixed. Doesn't matter it's east, west, or central. That's why.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Let's do one more time. This one, so you will understand. Let's say I want to know John's Kevin. Like these are all the people are there, right? Let's do this one. Item perspective, I want to do cell, item perspective. So what should we do? So first, I'm going to put it here somewhere, item name. We have here, let's delete this for a second. Let's do it one more time. So first, we put a pencil. Make sure spelling is correct. Pen, binder, pen, binder, and desk, and pen set. Right? These are the items we have. You can see here, I kind of use what we have so far. So I said pencil, pen, binder, desk. Now we're going to do the same concept. We'll say sum if parenthesis range. So you know this range is going to be fixed no matter what item you have. So you highlight that and you press F4 or function F4, whichever works for you, right? So here I did F4, which lock it, comma, this item is changing, comma, this item, I highlight this thing, and press F4. So that lock it. It's very important that you lock two range. You can see on the screen, sum if, and then you lock this item. So this sum lock this item, and then comma, this item is changing. So that's why we are not locking. Because when I drag it, I want second time this item, third time this item. So because I want change, I did not lock it. And this one is I lock it because it doesn't matter when I drag. I want this range to be fixed. That's why I use F4. Now I press enter, and now you can drag it nicely. You can bring it down. In case if you don't have $, put the $, right? And same thing, you now have this item, highlight, insert. Let's say this time I want to do pie graph. So I select a pie, pick a pie, whichever you like, pick a pie, whichever you like, donut pie, whichever you like, pick that, and then format your graph. Try to give a polishing. Remember, there is no wrong or right answer. It's all about formation. And then you can pick a graph which has a beautiful view, right? Nice view. You can format it. So you kind of get an idea, and then right click and see if you can do at data level. If there is options available, format data level, you can do that. So again, people, its choice is yours, whatever you want to do. Format that so it looks nice. Again, whichever you like. People like to see such kind of view because people like it, because anytime, like example here, if you want to write this way, it's also nice, and then you can present it. Make sense? So here you are saying that total cells are coming from binder is significantly higher than pencil. So these are two top-notch product you have. Desk and pen set is not that big. Pen would be the third one. So if you want to focus, binder is the more profitable than this one, and then this one. So it kind of give you an idea. So the pie chart will give you overall contribution in total value.